name is Selena Janae and welcome back to my channel. Today's cocktail is inspired for Indigenous Peoples Day. So I have some local ingredients here and then I pre-prep some stuff like I always do just because it takes a lot of time and no one wants to watch me do that. Today has been a long day. I am recording at night, so we're going to double this one. So I have 2 ounces here of lemon juice. Okay, next I'm going to go with a little bit of a looser version of a maple syrup. So you'd go with about a ½ ounce. In my case, I'm doing an ounce because we're doubling it. The maple syrup is from Canada. I got it from a place that makes it off the Rocky Mountains. I am living in Montana, so the Indigenous people I wanted to recognize with this cocktail are the ones that are native to this area. I was really inspired by the Blackfoot tribe, which happens to go a little bit more north of the Rockies as well. I'm not an expert, but I do think it's important that we recognize the land that we live on and who was here first. Next I'm going to go with some Montana bourbon. It does have a little bit of a savory flavor to it, so I only did an ounce. In my case, again, it'll be 2. I don't know why I didn't use the other side. We're not going to talk about it. I'm going to put that away. It has like such an aromatic, what is it made with? Subtle oak flavors with notes of vanilla, caramel, and malt. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can really get like the malty vanilla in this, and I think there's probably just a little bit of smoke too. Okay, and then what's really special about Montana, some people only think of huckleberries, but I really do think that choke cherries are amazing. So I got a choke cherry liqueur that's made right here. Okay, so we're gonna switch this, and this will be a ½ ounce if you're making 1, an ounce if you're making 2. My favorite style of cocktail to make is a sour, and I don't think a sour is complete without an egg. Normally, if you work at a bar specifically, you'd probably take all your yolks out way beforehand. So I would say about 3/4 of an ounce of egg whites, just because you don't want to sap all of the flavor away. And that should be enough whites. Okay. And then I'm going to toss that. I used to have a boss that ate all the yolks, like all of them, all night. Just take them. Okay, and a cocktail can't be a cocktail without some bitters. In this case, I used orange bitters. And so for anyone who's never used egg white before, you always want to double shake. I like to dry shake first just because it'll incorporate and mix up all those flavors without adding ice and it breaking up and then creating just like a watered down version of what you really want. She already smells amazing. Yep, there's definitely smoke. Hints of smoke. Ah! I swear I didn't read this before. But you still get all of the other flavors that are coming in, like the maple and the choke cherry. I can already smell them. I'm going to be using a coupe glass for this. And I'll get ice and be right back. Always fill your ice to the top, but I do have my cocktail in here. Shouldn't overflow. And yeah, shake as fast and as hard as possible so it can become cold without watering down your drink. Okay, we're going to grab both of our strainers again, a mesh strainer and an ice strainer. Little mistake there. I did start pouring and I forgot I poured a double. I do have bigger coupe glasses. I did pour all of the cocktail into the smaller part of your shaker just because I didn't want it to water down while I grabbed my glass. I'm still going to double strain it, but I am no longer going to need this because I already ice strained it out and there's no purpose anymore. So I'll just pour that in. She's so fluffy. Perfect. For egg white drinks, I always want to add some sort of aromatic. Anybody that's worked with them, I don't have to explain that to you, but if you haven't, they can just get a little funny sometimes as you get towards the bottom of the drink. They add a fantastic flavor. They just take away from the smell. So I'm just going to peel an orange that I will not be using right away. And just vertically spin that over and then get on the rim a little so you can really get the flavor of the orange. And for a garnish, I'm just going to do a classic orange twist. We're just adding an orange ribbon to add that bit of color. I wanted to use something orange because not only is it important to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day, but the Every Child Matters movement as well. Let's see how she tastes. Perfectly well balanced, which is the most important thing, I think, for any cocktail. My garnish isn't sitting the way I'd like it to, but that's perfectly fine. It's really, really heavy, and it's nice because it's not overly sweet. I love a sour cocktail for that. No better pair than like a whiskey sour type cocktail. And just having it with the choke cherry and the maple and just a subtle hint of orange is really, really pleasant. I hope you like it. Cheers.